Hello, everybody. It's the ELLE Show. And I'm here with ESTEY'S Crime Maze, Jason Estey. I want to expose a major PSYOP today. And welcome to St. Toxic. Welcome to ELLE's Place. And I'm here with ESTEY'S Crime Maze, Jason Estey. And we're going to talk about the Charlie KIRK situation, because this has really blown up. And this is the first time that Jason and I have actually talked about this, other than a few quick messages in the emails. But I mean, this is the first time we've actually sat down together and we'll be talking about Charlie KIRK and what happened. Welcome, Jason. You want to introduce yourself and your show?
Thank you very much. I'm a crazy, narcissistic Canadian patriot. No, I'm hopefully not that narcissistic. I was a public speaker during COVID. Some of your followers may or may not know that about me. Obviously, ELLE is a powerful activist and has been for most of her life, which I really respect and learned. And we like true crime, ELLE and I. And I think that this KIRK case, in a way, represents a true crime that has happened. But we're going to get to the bottom of it. And when you're ready, ELLE, I have a question for you that I would like to start off asking you, and a statement about KIRK. And thank you for inviting me on your show.
Ahead. Oh, thanks for coming on.
My pleasure. One of the questions I had was, and I think I posed this to you before we went live, but I'd like you to respond, of course, to your amazing audience, is that why did KIRK, do you think, waited about a month before he was supposedly assassinated? And we'll get into that whole, I believe, intelligence operation that I think you might concur. But why did he wait that long to critique Israel? Now, obviously, he didn't bastardize Israel. Obviously, he has a lot of followers. But he did start to, rightly so, ask the questions as the followers were, seeing, I'm sure, the genocidal campaign, as we've all seen, with elite Israel going against, killing all these Palestinians and capturing Gaza. That's sort of my question, and I will shut up now and allow you to respond, because I can't wait to hear your answer. I'm sure I'll...
Well, as you know, Charlie KIRK, I believe, started this in 2015 with Turning Point USA. He was just a young kid, a fresh face. So he comes on the scene and impressed a lot of people. So a lot of donors started glomming onto him. Now, he got to why later, right before he died, and we will talk about that. But these Jewish donors locked onto him and basically...
Uh-oh. You froze on my end, ELLE.
Which he did. Like, he didn't have any reason to doubt Israel or to... Okay, well...
No, I can hear you now. Good. Sorry. Now you're good.
He has... Some of his donors were from Israel. They're Jewish. They live here, but they donate. Sure. They control, and they're almost like lobbyists. They control all the Christian conservative commentators, control the left.
Sure.
They donate people all the time, and I've had people of mine approached, not ELLE's Place, but friends of mine who were approached by them and offered money to,
Mm-hmm.
Aside from that, Charlie didn't want to bash or hurt his donors. Like, he needed the money, basically, but he didn't have any reason to believe Israel was what they are. It wasn't until he was doing that day at a university and that veteran approached him. And they had a fairly decent conversation. I will actually play that video in this.
Great.
Believe that the Jews run the American government.
That's not a secret, Charlie. Israel did 9/11, Charlie.
Oh, they did. Wow.
Why are we in the middle? I served.
Explain
Why were we in
that.
the Middle East?
You can reject involvement in the Middle East without also believing Israel did 9/11. So if Israel did 9/11, help me understand this. Who were the hijackers of the planes?
They weren't hijackers.
Oh,
CIA.
okay.
CIA and Israel worked together.
No. Explain to me what happened on the aircraft.
Okay, first off, what we have to understand, there's only one plane that actually crashed.
No,
okay,
there were three.
No, the building's imploded.
Okay,
if
so
a plane's going to hit a building, why would the building fall down?
Time out. Flight 93, did it exist?
Flight 93 existed, yes.
Okay, so who tried to hijack that plane?
They sacrificed those people to make it look like Bush was targeted because they wanted to cover up Bush's involvement.
So
he just happened to be in Texas reading a book to elementary kids, and they were reading a sign on a whiteboard
let me say
that talked about towers falling, Charlie.
Anti-Semitism.
We've been lied to since the beginning of this country. Jews, Freemasons, all of it's a satanic agenda. Israel is the synagogue of Satan. They're killing innocent people in Palestine over the guise of sovereignty. New World Order is coming, Charlie.
Guys, anti-Semitism is literally a brain cancer, as you could see.
How is this anti-Semitic, Charlie?
Okay. Explain to me, Flight 93, who was the hijacker?
They didn't have real hijackers, Charlie. They were plants.
Okay. So they got the black box. Of course, it was all just like a conspiracy.
Just like they found the passport miraculously 2 miles down from the crash site in
I'm sorry,
New York.
what?
They just happened to find one of the hijackers' passports laying on the ground 2 miles away from the crash site in New York. It just happened to be there. They just walked up and found it. They just randomly happened to find a perfectly good passport.
With that piece of
Look it
data.
up. Look, World War II was fought not over what everyone thought it was fought of. Every war is fought by. It is funded by the rich, the Rockefellers, all the rich, the Rothschilds.
Okay,
yeah,
let me ask you a question.
They funded all those.
Was Hitler bad?
I think Hitler was bad. Yes, Hitler was bad. Yes. But did the Holocaust happen? The Holocaust did happen.
How many people died?
Not 6 million.
How many?
It was not 6 million.
How many?
I don't have an exact number, Charlie.
Yes.
I don't have an exact number. It wasn't.
Okay, but
6
you said
million.
it's not 6 million. You must have an alternative. How do you know it's not 6 million?
Because there wasn't even 6 million Jews in Germany.
Okay, well, I mean, you tell me. You're the expert.
The reason why Jews have been run out of 109 countries throughout history is because every time they get into a country, they try and take it over. In Nazi Germany, again, they were having transgender surgeries, underground transgender surgeries. They were promoting homosexuality in schools.
The guy asked him, okay, what? So, and the guy was like, well, why are you always promoting Jewish? He's yada yada. So why was the passport for the fucking 9/11 found 2 miles from the site? And Charlie, you can see Charlie's blank went stare, like his stare went blank. I mean, he totally was taken blindsided, because his motto is "Prove me wrong," right?
Right.
And his head went. I didn't know that information, right? So that from what I can see, that was what flipped his bitch switch. He started investigating, because he admitted he started to go home and investigate about Israel and about the lobbyists and about how they're controlling everything. They've controlled us for hundreds of years through money, because most people have a price. It's like Ted DiBiase says.
And everyone has a price for the $1 million man.
Well, yeah. It's the same thing with the $1 million Jews. I don't have a price for them, but I mean, it's not like I have a base big enough for them to even approach me. But so the main thing is they control all these guys. Ben, what's his face there from
Ben Shapiro?
Daily Wire. Ben Shapiro.
Ben Shapiro?
Yeah, he's controlled by them. So is what's his face there, the other young guy. They're all bought and paid for by the Jewish lobby, right? So before he actually realized about Israel, he wrote Bibi a letter, Bibi Netanyahu. But in that letter, he did mention things that Bibi kind of ignored, and just Bibi handpicked, cherry-picked information. And if you watch Candace Owens, she does a good video explaining it, because she has the letter and knows what was in that letter and how it was misrepresented by that fucking asshole in Israel. So he'd come out and make it look like Charlie Kirk is all peaches and cream and loves Israel. That was not the case.
And Jewish donors, they have a lot of explaining to do, a lot of decoupling to do, because Jewish donors have been the #1 funding mechanism of radical, open border, neoliberal, quasi-Marxist policies, cultural institutions, and nonprofits. This is a beast created by secular Jews. And it's not just the colleges. It's the nonprofits, it's the movies, it's Hollywood, it's all of it. It's like time for you guys to wake up and say no more. Draw a line in the sand. I don't care if you hate me.
And I have 4 or 5 different videos of Charlie Kirk questioning Israel, their tactics, everything about them cleansing Gaza to make, these little luxury resorts and all this shit. So, and Trump's involved in all that. That's Jared Kushner and all them. These people are all involved in what they're planning to do is cleansing that area of people.
Absolutely.
Building their luxury resorts and golf courses and all this shit. Trump's got his evil streak too. You got to realize he is the top of the ladder. Okay. So aside from that, Charlie Kirk switch was flipped that day with the veteran. He then went after Israel, and that is what I believe when the Mossad and or the CIA together had planned to take him out. I personally think this kid was put up to it. I don't even think his shot mattered, but even if it did hit, he was shot from 3 or 4 different places. And actually, even Alex Jones had to come out and admit there was at least one more shooter. But I've got videos that show 4 different shooters. Yeah. Not the kid. That's on top of the kid. So, or 4 possible shooters by their body language and everything, and or gun muzzle flashes, all that kind of stuff. So, now what the fuck is going on here? They wanted this guy dead. They were making sure, even if that kid missed, they weren't going to miss. So they had people right close to him. Word had it was he had a gel pack underneath with all the blood in it.
That makes sense.
So, and then I was wondering to myself, well, because him and Trump are friends, good friends, because Charlie Kirk's daddy helped design Trump Towers in New York. So there's a big family connection there.
Yeah.
So would Trump save his little friend, get the gel pack put on him, get these fake assassins, and make it look like he was taken out to get him the fuck out of there? They know Turning Point would go on regardless. So it wasn't a matter of Turning Point was going to sink. And even if it did, it's just a show. It's just like Joe Rogan's show. If Joe Rogan wasn't gone, nobody else could take that show over. It's Joe Rogan's show, right?
Sure.
Same thing with Turning Point, but now they've got it all set up. So, but what was I alluding to? About Trump. Yeah, I think it's very possible that Trump helped get him out of there, and I think you're going to see his wife and kids disappear, and you're going to see the masked versions. You never see the kids, actually. I've only seen the one little girl from behind when she ran towards him when he was sitting down. And some in pictures. I've never seen them in videos. It's like he shelters them. He's like Trump. He shelters the kids.
Sorry, can we go back a little bit again to Kirk's history a little bit? Why do you think he was so hell-bent, apparently, on traveling to Israel as many times as he did? And the only reason I asked, Ellie, just my bit of conspiracy thinking, and I guess based on what you've said, you would disagree with this theory, is it possible he was a Mossad agent in some way? Why would he go to Israel? Did he like the people in Israel much? Or?
If he was a Mossad agent, if he was a Mossad agent, he would not have turned on them.
Okay. Yeah.
So that you can count that one out right now. Now, did he know more prior? I don't think so. Because when I seen that fucking bitch split hit, he was pissed off. Not because somebody proved him wrong. That's here nor there. He likes that. He would respect that. But that's the nation. It was the puzzle piece that was missing. Okay? I think he had put a lot of it together. He was still denying they did 9/11. But I think that fucking guy cured that too.
Well, so maybe this might be a silly question, but can you just quickly clarify this, Ellie? Why would a passport of any so-called Arab on those jet planes, if they were Arabs on the jets, why would a passport even be found? Is that staging, or what was that?
It was staged, yeah.
Okay, thank you.
It would have vaporized right on the site. If the jet fuel, like they try and claim,
Yes.
melted the steel beams. Do you think a passport would survive that heat?
No.
No, everything would have been incinerated. So no, that was planted and found by someone who was paid to find it and turn it in. So no, that was totally propped, and I think he knew that in his head, because there's no way a passport could get 2 blocks or 2 miles. I think it was actually 2 blocks from the scene.
Okay.
Best of my memory, because I watched all the coverage on 9/11, like I was there.
Right on.
And, not in New York, but I mean, I was there learning about everything, right?
Yeah.
So, and we knew 4 days in that someone had layered the planes in. The planes were not on the original video. I actually had video of those towers blowing up with no planes hitting them.
Wow.
So the CNN or somebody layered in those planes to make it look like they had hit. They didn't hit. There was no plane. Yeah, there was one plane, and I think that was the one that went down in the field in Pennsylvania.
Yes.
A missile hit the Pentagon. There's no way a plane hit the Pentagon.
Gotcha.
Okay, it would not leave a round hole. It would have left a big, long, massive hole in the building, or destroyed most of the building if it was that big of a plane. So, no, that was a bullshit, too, and the towers never got hit. So that was all explosives. I got video proving it. So people could sit there and go, bullshit. Well, I've got video to fucking prove it. I've had video since a few days after the fucking event that showed the buildings blowing up with no planes hitting them.
I'd love to see that someday, but we'll talk about that.
Yeah, I can send that. I've got 4 or 5 different versions of it.
Thank you. Let's get back to Kirk.
But the main thing is he believed Israel was innocent and being falsely accused.
Yes.
Because they were his donors. Of course he's going to do that. Any fucking moron who wants money coming in will protect his investor, right?
Yeah.
So, I don't know. It's just people are so biased, and then you know they. So anyway, when the bitch switch got flipped, he totally went on the attack, and he didn't care about the money. They offered him $150 million to shut the fuck up, and he said no, screw you. He's about truth. He's about accountability and transparency, and he lived it, and he died it. If he died for that cause. And if anything, everyone should respect that about him. Of all the bad things people are saying about him, which are all false. I mean, yes, he was a little on the anti-trans side, but you know what? I never heard him thrash and say a trans person wasn't valid, like as far as a person. He would say, it shouldn't matter about your sexuality. You are the person.
That's right.
People are, right? Like, I got videos that show it. Same with gays. He was not homophobic. He was not a misogynist. He was not a racist. He was not a... It bugs me when people are falsely accused of shit. When I can prove different, right?
Yeah.
I didn't agree with everything the guy said. There was things me and him did not agree on, okay? And I'll openly admit that he really impressed the hell out of me. That guy had a memory like a fucking hawk. And he was so smart. He knew about so many fucking topics.
Yeah.
Sorry for my language, but I get excited because the guy's been so thrashed. His memory has been thrashed online by these lefty losers, these multicolored haired freaks who really don't have any reason. This fucking chick was being asked. She was, he's a racist. Well, what did he do that was racist? Like, what did he do or say? You know that liberal picture of that short-haired chick with the round bug out and her eyes bug out?
No.
The chick did that and then attacked him.
Are you upset with him making money? You can't
stop. Because she couldn't come up with anything racist that he did or said. She's reading off a fucking script that they're all reading off of.
Right.
There's black people all over the internet proving this guy's not a racist. He's not anti-any. You know, I wish people weren't so fucking agenda-driven.
Well, Ellie, I'm sure you knew if you could predict that this was going to happen, a so-called assassination attempt, right, or staging, or maybe it was real assassination.
I thought it was.
I'm sure you could predict that this is, unfortunately, this is the bad side of humanity from some in the population, that you would see a lot of terrible vitriol towards this guy. And a lot of it is nonsense. It's bad. It's disgusting. It's not true. And it's unfortunate. And these things happen, unfortunately, you know.
Yeah, I know. But, you know,
thank you for clear up.
I'm fed up with it because me and many other people were ruined by those fucking people. And the vitriol. So basically, it upsets me when they go after people who are actually doing something good for humanity. And he was making a difference. Why do you think he had so many million people? He had a bigger base than Trump.
Wow.
The man's very popular. You just get these fucking lefties who have no life, who are just reading off a script because George Soros flipped them a few fucking dollars. That's all it is. If they were not being paid, they would not even be involved in it. The point is they're. I think of what his kids are going to think in years to come, looking on the internet and seeing all these video clips come up talking bad about their daddy. Now, if he's dead, I don't think he is, but that's just my opinion. I think he's more or less been not rescued, but I guess you could say rescued.
Protected.
Custody. I think he's put in protective custody.
I wouldn't.
There's too many really obvious discrepancies in the narrative.
Yeah.
Did you see the text that this kid was apparently sending to his mate, his little friend there, the furry, the trans person? Okay, he was with a trans person, okay? Apparently, they had texted back and forth. This was like two 90-year-olds talking, okay? Kids don't talk like that. They talk in code. And you would have to be another kid to even understand that code. Right. So, it's all fake. Everything's fucking fake. And I look at the video when he got shot, okay? Right off, boom, all this blood's coming out. There's no blood splatter on the wall behind him. There's no blood splatter on the floor. They carried him to the truck. There's no trail of blood along the fucking floor to the truck.
Wow.
They scooped him up right away, and then right away they started taking down the tent. Why would you do that when they might need to get forensics and shit from it?
Great point.
It was all fucking like, it was almost like Marilyn Monroe. Did you ever hear the story about her?
Yes.
They killed her. When she died, they called an ambulance. They had a fake ambulance pull up a minute after the call, grab her, take her, and then they took off with her. And then the real ambulance fucking showed up. Seriously, it's called CIA. And I believe that's what happened here.
I think I'm leaning towards your theory, ELLE.
Well, and it's just because I'm looking at that wound. They don't bleed like that right off. Like it's just, and not leave blood anywhere. I mean, there would be blood splattered all over that fucking wall, everywhere. Look in the video. Tell me if you see a blood drop fucking anywhere. Even the guys who were standing around him will be covered in blood.
Yeah.
Not a fucking speck.
Well, let me ask you this, ELLE, before I forget, if I may. Do you agree with KIRK, then, if your theory is correct, him being an actor, faking his own death, having his followers, grieving, and not, let's forget about the wife, because I think she's an actress. But do you think this is, can we condemn KIRK for doing something like this? Or is this all self-righteous preservation? I'm a little confused still,
That's something I asked myself, but they could have did it a different way. They didn't have to do this whole thing, right?
Right.
But I think he was so popular. Like, if they were gonna, if Joe Rogan wanted to disappear and just left a show, people would be pissed.
Right.
And then they'd forever be pissed out of his memory because he just fucked off.
Yeah.
So doing it this way, even though it's very deceitful and wrong.
Yes.
It had to almost be done to make it authentic.
I get it. Yeah.
Right. And another thing that gets me is this. And the lefty had posted this video, but reporters had asked Trump, you know, when he walks towards the helicopter, they ask him questions. They asked him about Charlie Kirk. And he goes, yeah, I'm pretty upset. He goes, they're building the dance ball over here. Like, they've been waiting here for 50 or 60 years. He told me he didn't want to talk about it. He just blew it off like it was not important. Trump would not do that if he was seriously grieving someone's loss. He would go on for 10 minutes about it.
Right.
But he didn't want to talk about it. That tells me not only that he's involved, but that he doesn't want to give anything away. I'm telling you right now, I'm going to save that video. But the point is, I should have saved it right when I just usually laugh at shit like that. But I should have saved that one. But yeah, he totally blew off talking about Kirk, even though he had just been killed the day before. He talked about the ballroom fucking foundation and shit. And they're like, really? No. So anyway, yeah, no, I don't believe, like, in my opinion, I can't say factually, but I don't think he's dead.
I'd like to know, ELLE, maybe I'll go on YouTube. I don't know if you have any desire to do it, and listen to what snipers have to say. And, you know, even with the Trump assassination, though, a lot of these snipers, not all of them, but I just, or almost everyone, they didn't seem to really want to come out and say, I don't think the truth, that Trump didn't even get shot in the ear. That's all fake, in my opinion. But snipers would give other good analysis.
No, yeah, the next morning I thought, you know what I was thinking? They pulled that off simply to stop a real assassination because they knew they were coming with something.
Really?
So they had this fake goof who they didn't intend to let live anyway because he would have fucking spilled the beans. They had to get rid of him. So they hired this goof to go up on the roof, take some shots. The only sad part was a real, like, a person died that day.
Yes.
Right? But so, and I don't think that was supposed to happen. But, so I think that's kind of, in my books, how I was rationalizing things, because I didn't believe it either. But who's to say, like, a bullet can graze an ear and make it bleed, right? But not running all down the side of his face like it was. And then they showed you how they moved the flag around and lowered it down for the picture when he did this with the fist.
Right. That's right.
The flag was moved and lowered. I have that video too. So
cool.
I think that was meant to happen. They were thwarting a very probable assassination.
Oh.
And I'll tell you, whoever these people would have sent would not have been. So, yeah,
okay.
no, I think that's what they were doing.
But don't forget
yourself before they can assassinate.
Thank you. Don't forget, we want to use the word, I think, in this interview, ELLE, what you said on your first video by yourself on the KIRK. I'm stuttering here, but anyway, that this was a PSYOP, Psychological Operations 101, right?
In my opinion, it was.
Tactical.
From everything I see, all the evidence. Jason, you've seen how many videos were in that first video I put out. Wait till you see the next one. I've got about 40 or 50 new videos of people not only talking about the actual shooting, but talking about the gun, and one guy doing a breakdown on the gun and how long it would take. He's like, with the kid just shot somebody, his adrenaline would be so fucking hyped, he wouldn't be able to do all this precision shit. So anyway, about how he got off that roof, where'd the gun go, all these different things, right? You'll see. So they talk about the scene. They talk about extra shooters. There's four or five different extra shooters that have been found. Wow. So I don't know. I think one of them might have been the one to set off that jelly pack, right?
Yeah.
Because
the jelly pack part really makes sense to me now that you brought it up, and others. The way that shirt, I'm not a sniper. I'm not Never served in the military, even though I might have a defense contractor friend. You never know, some contacts. But that makes sense the way that shirt went up like this. And, if you're going to fake an assassination, you got to have a blood pack based on everything else that we saw and transpired. And I guess when a bullet enters the neck, the exit is where you're going to have the splatter, the explosion is at the back. But anyway.
It'll come out, but there'll be splatter. There's always splatter. Bullets carry the blood because it impacts so fast. But there's a small hole here and a huge hole here at the exit. But there would be blood everywhere, Jason. There was no blood anywhere. So. Not on any of the people that were really bizarre. And then they carried him to the truck. No blood trail. No bloody footprints. No nothing. None of them had blood on their hands. Yet he's gushing blood everywhere. Look, it was all just done too stupidly. I would have thought of all this kind of shit if I had been in charge of organizing such a scam.
I know you would.
But they totally, and then I'm wondering, did they blow it on purpose?
They might. They might have.
Why?
I don't know.
To get us, because they know the conspiracy theorists will be all over. They know I'm going to be all over the internet with this one.
Oh yeah, I know why. To get what you've exhibited at times in this interview, to get highly emotionally charged, but you had good reason because you supported at least some of what KIRK has had to say, parts of the movement, even though it's not perfect. And they want to get people angry, confused, in doubt. And I would argue people that, want to speak out, have a voice, like, people that, and think, oh my God, is this going to happen to me? If God forbid we can build a movement and have people speak out against our government, could this happen? More assassinations? I think that's all part and parcel of maybe the motives. CIA.
Yeah. But then I wonder too, though, I wonder if they go online and walk. That, If
I didn't hear that last part.
Let's use the Idaho 4 investigation. Those and what they were saying. About the Idaho 4, even, they were all over the internet. What was being posted, what evidence was being seen. And
yes.
So I wonder about here.
Shit, you're getting frozen on my end at times. I don't know why.
Jason.
You're frozen. What is going on here?
They've done, and all the ones that we caught. The Las Vegas shooting and all that, the Parkland school, all of that. We nailed it all to the wall within a few days.
Yes.
What's that?
Now I can hear you, but you're frozen on my end, and at times I couldn't hear you. But go on, sorry.
You're breaking up.
So are you.
I hope we're not breaking up on the viewers' end. But
my appeal.
I do truly believe that we're being watched online.
No, for sure. And by the way, not everybody in the CIA is bad. Qualifier. There's some good CIA out there. Are you listening? CIA? FBI? Not everybody's bad. So please leave me alone and leave Ellie alone. We're talking here in Canada about what took place. That's right. Yeah. I have to laugh, Ellie. I got to bring this up if I may. The Tucker fucker Carlson. He's got this channel. He gets millions of views. Mainstream reporter, as you know, back in the day on Fox News, we know. And
talking about Israel.
Yes. And, he talks the good talk. And
all the new videos.
Yeah, I don't trust Tucker, but a lot of YouTubers, majority of them, when they discuss Tucker, they think he's the best thing since sliced bread, and they don't understand. Dude, Tucker is CIA. They're trained to lie, deny, and deceive often at the expense of American taxpayers. We just have to be very careful. Again, some good, there's still some good CIA within the system. I'm not saying they're all bad, but you get, like we got to be careful here. Tucker Carlson, you can't trust. And by the way, Ellie, as you know, a lot of these grifters, including Tucker Fucker Carlson, and maybe I would argue Charlie Kirk, even though you gave a rationale, they often do not tell you the truth at the right time. They delay truth, and delayed truth is deadly. But I understand how you explained it with Kirk, and I appreciate that explanation why you think that switch got turned on to do with the passport of 9/11 when that veteran brought it out. And he seemed genuinely, if we could take him for face value, he did seem stunned. I agree.
Yeah, I think in the next time I show that video, I'm going to close up on his face and show people how
Please
he reacted.
do. Yes.
He was very disheveled. He was very put off by that. I knew it was fact. The guy wouldn't come out and claim that like he was a vet. I mean, he's not talking smack, right?
Exactly.
So, no, I think a lot of the only one that I know has really been hard on Israel this whole time is Candace Owens, and she gets thrashed all over the internet. But she has always said that she called out Israel a long time ago.
Well, that's good, but and I don't mean all of Israel. Most people in Israel are amazing people. I've always said that.
It's not Israel, but the government. You know what I'm talking.
Yeah. But I also want to just include that I used to like Candace Owens, but a lot of people have also said, again, watch out because in a lot of people's opinion, she's controlled opposition. I'm just putting that out there. Just got to be
controlled by who? That's the thing. Everyone's controlled by somebody.
And the reason you can tell, Ellie, that she is controlled by somebody, and that's the $1 million question, is it the intelligence agencies? I think the answer is partly yes, is because her YouTubers, as a friend of mine told me, she doesn't seemingly get censored on YouTube. As Dr. Shiva says, anybody who gets major mainstream media play, good or bad, they are part of the swarm. Sometimes they don't even realize it, mind you, but Candace Owens has been in this game for a long time. So, but I enjoy listening to her at times. But you know what? She did say that Stephen Avery, she thinks he's guilty of sin on that second time he was charged with murder. And I got news for her. If she ever interviewed me, I'd show her the evidence. No, Stephen Avery had nothing to do with that. But anyway, we're getting sidetracked. I'm sorry. I'm jumping all over the place.
That's okay. I just, no, I still like Candace. I mean, it's just, of course she's controlled by somebody. She's got to have benefactors, right?
Yep. But my friend Dr. Shiva, and this is why, Ellie, he doesn't get major mainstream media play, unfortunately, and can't get his YouTube, huge and all this, even though he's a world-renowned doctor and scientist. As you know, 20 million people saw his videos back in 2020, but now he's so censored by the scumbag Elon Musk and the gang in Silicon Valley, he can't get proper followers, and you used to get millions of retweets and tons of engagement. Boom, shut down, and it's a damn shame. But
look at me. I got thrown off YouTube for talking about COVID.
That's right. Me too.
I lost 2,700 subscriber channel.
Wow. I lost mine too, even though I think I had over 1,000.
Which one?
Pardon?
Which one did you lose?
I think it was they called it Jason Cosmic Truth Authority. Okay. And my third strike, I should have known better. The title probably sent off the algorithms, a friend thinks. I titled it something like Tony Fauci, Bill Clinton, and Bill Gates, prostitutes for big pharma. Boom. Third strike, I'm gone.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Yeah, it is what it is. I mean, fuck. So like I said, it's these people are all controlled by their donors. I mean, whoever their donors be.
Yeah.
And I'm not, so if anyone wants to send money, you can send me money.
Send money to Ellie, my friends. Let me say it on her behalf. If you want to support Ellie, please, everybody. Ellie doesn't ask for money, but don't hesitate. I owe Ellie money. She knows, and I know. I owe her big time for all the amazing editing she's done. I've not been able to do it, but so again, and another example, Ellie could use the support, folks, if you're willing. Anyway, I just want to put that out there. She's an amazing human being, as we all know.
But like I said, these people are controlled by their donors. I've always realized that. Yeah. I don't think there's anyone out there who's not controlled.
Dr. Shiva.
Well, no, actually, out of the big ones, I'm talking like the Rodins and the Candace Owens, and all these people. They get big for a reason because they're personal agendas, right?
Yes, Joe Rogan included.
So I got a message in my email from the People's Voice because I subscribe to them on Rumble. And they said there was a CIA letter that had a list of people they were going to assassinate. Candace Owens, Tucker Carlson, and Charlie Kirk were on the list.
Nah, don't buy it. But go ahead.
And I went to the fucking channel, and then beside it, it said the Mossad had a fucking list to kill the fucking Charlie Kirk or whatever. So who the fuck is it? Is it Israel or is it fucking States?
Right.
Right. So, I mean, you got to realize about the People's Voice. They do have some good information, but what they'll do is they'll take one small snippet and they'll expand it into this big thing. Kind of like what they did with COVID. You know, it's a yearly flu, and then they mass market it as this pandemic, right?
That's right. That's right.
The People's Voice tend to do that too. They'll take a little bit of truth and they'll make the whole story around it, and with all this conjecture and bullshit. So,
by the way, Ellie, if you don't mind, even though I got to pay you back, obviously, but someday I would like to get Putin and Tucker fucker Carlson's interview edited. I want to get the comment where most people didn't clue in, Ellie. Putin literally said to Tucker, "You're CIA."
Yeah.
And then Tucker played it off, and Putin's kind of smiling, laughing, and Tucker kind of played off and said, "Well, I wasn't there that day," or, you know, referring to something about remember the oil, the tankers. So Putin knows that a guy like Tucker fucker Carlson is as deeply embedded as the intelligence agency as you can get, but disguising himself, in my opinion, as a journalist. And once enough people get that, boy, I'm telling you, there's going to be a lot of positive changes that are happening. I'm not saying, and Tucker, I'm sure he's a great guy.
I quit
have a beer with
watching
him.
Tucker Carlson when he made an apology to Jeffrey Epstein. I almost threw up in my mouth.
I didn't even know about that. How naive. I didn't even know about that. Wow.
Yeah, when Trump came out and said, "Oh, it's all this conspiracy. There's no list or whatever," and he didn't do anything or whatever, so Tucker Carlson just ran with it and was like, "Oh, I owe an apology to Jeffrey Epstein. Oh, I'm so bad. I chastise." Oh, you piece of fucking shit! Why don't you go down there and suck the guy's fucking dick, man? What the fuck?
Yeah. And that's Tucker.
Carlson.
That's Tucker Carlson, folks.
He's done some good.
Yep.
Hold on. Good work too, but I don't.
Yeah, and if I met Tucker, I'd have a beer.
I'll watch, and whatever doesn't.
If I met Tucker, I'd have a beer with him, but I'd say Tucker. I'd say Tucker. Come on, you and I know. Dude, you're CIA. Your father was CIA. You said you wanted to be a CIA. You are CIA, just like Dr. Shiva says. And you're controlled opposition, dude. I know it. You know it. Stop, just to stop deceiving people. But that's just my take.
Yeah, well, I mean, I agree. It's these people are very deceiving.
Yes.
I wish they were a little more upfront about their real agenda.
Yes.
Instead of just attacking their agendas. Like, well, why don't you look in the mirror, right? So, but
again, tell the truth at the right time. Yeah.
There's so much evidence coming out, Jason. I can't keep up with the amount of videos I'm downloading.
Really?
Like I said, I got well over 50, probably 75 more videos on that shooting. So I mean, it's just one after another.
I got to get you an underground. I got to get you an underground base,
bigger
man.
Than the Idaho 4.
Mm-hmm. Well, Ellie, I got to build you an underground base if you got that many videos to put on Kirk, man. We want to keep you safe.
Yeah, I'll need it to hide.
No, you'll be okay. You'll be okay. You're frozen again, though. Oh, no. I can't hear anything that Ellie's saying. What the heck is going on here?
And like I say, everything is my opinion. I'm not saying anything is fact. And a lot of these people are the the same thing with these videos that they put out. It's their opinion by what they see and what they know. They've shown in the video.
Yes.
That they can have whatever opinion they want, right? It was people were getting mad at you and I for what we were saying about the item.
That's right.
I still feel nothing's changed. And now it's the Charlie Kirk case. And now this itself.
Ellie? She's frozen again on me, folks. Well, you're frozen on my end. Oh, now I can see you and hear you.
Yeah, we both froze up. The whole screen went black. So
there must be Starlink satellites above us. Man.
No satellites. You know.
Okay.
Show me a picture. Okay, you know the space station, right? They say is up there. Okay, well, every picture you see in the space station, anywhere near it, or flying around or whatever, they're supposed to be like, why can one never be seen when you get a picture of the space station?
Why cannot? What picture can't be seen? Sorry.
Okay, go online.
Yes.
Station. You'll see hundreds of pictures of the space. Show me a satellite flying around up there.
Oh.
They don't exist. They're flying on balloons. They're in our atmosphere. They're on balloons. That's why NASA is the biggest helium purchaser on the planet. There's no such thing as satellites in space. That's bullshit. Even Elon's fucking Starlink, they're on balloons.
Yeah. No,
they have not broken through the firmament yet.
What you do see is not satellites, but this is a whole other subject, but you can see many live feeds of UFOs. And when it happens, NASA will even try in real time, they'll try to, it shows they'll actually cut the feed when you start seeing UFOs flying around in our space. But anyway, that's a whole other subject. That's the black budget technology, folks, we're talking about now.
The space station's in a fucking pool at NASA. So why the fuck?
You think so? Interesting.
Yeah. Because the astronauts are complaining that their helmets keep filling up with water. If you look at the fucking space station at their hair, dead giveaway, man. They're all different. They would all be the same. They would all do the exact same fucking thing. Right? No, it's not up there. In any of the CGI images you have or you can find, show me a satellite anywhere near it. Because with that many satellites up there, you would at least see them in the pictures. They wouldn't have to be right near the space station.
Sure? Are you sure you would see them in pictures? Oh, you cut off again. Yeah? Okay.
Yeah, they would. Yeah, well, yeah, you would. So, you go online, you look at all the pictures you want of that fucking space station up there. Show me a satellite. Show me anything. Because there's space junk up there, too, and they can't control where that is.
That's right.
There's never anything. Those pictures, it's always in clear, empty space.
Let's get back to Kirk. I have a question for you, Ellie. Yeah. Can I ask you a question about Kirk now? You're the authority. Thank you. Kirk, I'm just curious, why do you think a young man like him, and he's not Jewish, again, I'm sure there's a lot of interesting things. I would love to visit Israel one day, perhaps, but why do you think Kirk went to Israel so many times, as he said? You know, I'm just curious. Well, why that would be? Do you know? Why, like speculation? You're frozen again, though. Shit, I can't get the answer. She's frozen.
Hello.
Hello, what happened?
We lost internet.
Oh my gosh, we must be pretty.
I have internet.
we must be speaking some powerful truth, or at least you, because. Pardon? Yeah,
I agree. So
really?
you were saying something, and you all cubed out, and I couldn't hear your question. So you asked
thank you.
question.
I was asking you, again, I love the people of Israel. I want to make that very, very clear. But I'm just curious, why did Kirk go to Israel 7 or 8 times, do you think? Any speculation on that? Or
He probably got invited there by his donors. He could be Jewish. I don't know if he's not Jewish.
that's something I'd like to investigate. I don't think he was, but who knows? Maybe
yeah, I will now. Yeah.
I'll let you do
that. I wondered that. I assumed he was. But they do go after the ones that aren't Jews too, to fund them, to control them. So
sure,
I'll look into that. Yeah, I don't. Like I said.
Sorry, go ahead. Mm-hmm.
Go ahead. Well, I was saying he probably got invited there. Like come on, have dinner, or we'll sit out and
Yes.
So him wanting to meet more people and get more business and more money in, of course he'd go. Right? So but then again, he's not an agent of Israel or anything. Or he wouldn't have turned on him like that. So he was about truth, but I think the truth upset because it flipped his bitch switch. Right?
Interesting.
You think Pab has a bitch switch. Charlie got a bitch switch. Because he went right after Israel and Bibi Netanyahu, all of them. So,
yeah, but you know what, Elliot? Again, anybody around the world, most people are going after Netanyahu, but it's when, right now they've captured Gaza. Millions of, I don't know how many millions or hundreds of thousands of Palestinians have been killed. I should know the number. My God, it's just unreal. Unfortunately, what happened to them. So this is several years after the fact, but as you talked about it, he had his donors, and maybe a lot of it was catering all this time to his donors largely too. I don't know, I don't have the answers.
Yeah, well, that's what I think. He was donor schmoozing. I mean, you always want to get more donors. Once you get up there, you want to get more, right?
I guess.
You get people encouraging you. If he met like Joe Rogan or Tucker Carlson, they would say, hey, keep, getting more donors and shit. Get your show get more views and you'll get more popular and yada yada. They help each other out. So I imagine he was just schmoozing, but I can't say for sure. I don't know the man.
Yeah.
I know, what I know about what I saw of him. But until he died, I had never seen his wife. I just seen a video of the first day he brought her in the studio. So, I'm seeing all these for the first time.
She's very attractive.
I will look up. Yeah, she's a beautiful woman. Yeah,
beautiful.
And the kids are beautiful too. So I mean, he had a perfect family. So that's kind of makes me wonder why he would know they were going to kill him if he did. He even said on video, "They'll kill me if I don't choose my words right."
Uh-huh.
And then he told me to choose his words right. It wasn't his words; it was the topic. But why would he take that risk? Why take the risk of his kids growing up without him? He had reason to believe they wouldn't touch him, I think. But when you bite the hand of the one that feeds you, food dries up.
That's it.
Bad things can happen, especially in that sleepy world of CIA and Mossad, right?
That's right.
So,
that's right.
No, I don't think he was Jewish, but I'll look it up for sure.
Sure, just curious.
But no, everything about this whole case is wrong. All the evidence is fucked up. What they're expecting us to believe is fucked up. This makes the Idaho 4 case look totally legit. That's how bad this case is, Jason. And you got to get this on your channel. I'm telling.
Yeah.
Mind you, we'll do our opinions and shit, but I'm telling you right now, a lot of people who are not buying this narrative that he was assassinated. And I myself asked the question, Why would he pull it off that way? And I think I even mentioned it in my last video. They could have did it different ways. He could have just disappeared and had someone fill in for him, and then eventually he wouldn't even be talked about anymore.
Right.
But he or they chose to do it this way. And I don't know. I think it's wrong to deceive people that way, but they do what they do for their reasons. I can't.
Very interesting.
It looked to me like he had a masked neck. You know how they have masks so they can be somebody or anybody they want.
Sure.
Have actual in makeup, they have a mask they can install right there on your neck that would have that thing that would squirt the blood all shit out. Like my sister does that shit. She did war reels and shit, right?
Nice, yeah.
So she knew. Said no, that's fucked up. Right? She would have even done a better job on it than they did. I think they just figured if it all happened too quick that we would all just be. It's kind of like there was a guy on stage, a professor on stage, a speech, and a guy in a gorilla suit came up and grabbed his briefcase and ran off with it. Okay. So after they were getting descriptions of who came up on stage and stole the briefcase, and you should have heard the descriptions. The guy was in a gorilla suit, for fuck's sakes. But it happened so fast, people didn't get to log that in. Silly, but that's how things can happen. And I think they were counting on, if it happened quick enough, and they grabbed him and took him out and took him to the truck and got rid of him, that it wouldn't really be questioned. But actually, that drew more heat than anything. Because where's the blood of trail blood? Where's all the splatter? Where's all the blood over the guys carrying him?
Yeah,
not one of them had blood on them. Come on. That guy was spurting out the fucking neck like that. No. 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 It's just, you know, they're just believing, they're expecting us to believe such bullshit that it insults my intelligence, Jason. I know I don't have a university education, and I so thank God I don't.
Yes.
Seeing what these university kids are doing. But, okay, look, I was born at night, but not last night. Don't fuck with my intelligence. That was the biggest, hokiest fucking staged fucking assassination I have ever seen. Now, there was a time that I even questioned JFK assassination, but after seeing better quality video and stuff, I could see that it did happen.
Sure.
Right? It was just a matter of who did it. Who done it, right? But this, I don't think he's dead. I'm calling bullshit. Not saying not dead. I'm saying, in my opinion, I don't think he's dead.
Yeah. And if you're right, unfortunately we probably will never know if he's alive or dead.
But if you look at all the evidence that I presented in the one video.
Uh-oh. They froze you again, Ellie. They froze you again, just as you're saying, giving your opinion that he's alive. Jason, truth. There she is.
So anyway, as I was saying, I forgot what I was saying now. But anyway, so they can cut me off 100 fucking times, and I'm still not buying it. I think it was staged. It was staged. And it insults my intelligence that they would even do that. And a lot of other people, their intelligence is also insulted because there's a lot of people doing videos about this assassination. Okay? And not lefties. Well, I'm talking his base, his people. The lefties are yucking it up. They're lapping it up, partying, drinking martinis and shit.
Yeah.
But not us. We're looking at the video, seeing what the fuck went wrong.
And remember,
and I'm not even part of this base.
Yeah, remember, Ellie, not that Kirk was a confidential informant, and maybe he was in some ways, but USC Code 31 WITSEC, WITEC, baby. They can stage a violent event legally, folks. And as Ellie is alluding to, they can relocate witnesses and relocate your identity, your names. They can do it all. They can seal records like the Idaho 4. They can, again, stage deaths, as we think Ellie and I are convinced of the Idaho 4, where 4 students, they did that. You don't think they can do that with Kirk? Although it was more difficult in live on camera, but as Ellie said, they didn't do it very well because she's convinced it's staged, and I'm sort of lean that way too. You know,
right off the bat, it's just nothing's right about it, right? So
that's right.
Even if there was one good solid thing right about it, I might give it some validity, but no, there's no credibility. This whole thing was a stage.
Can you, if you don't mind, Ellie, could you go into the wife, why you think she's part of the sort of this intelligence operation, and most likely was an actress in this in some respects, to do with the hands, etc., the coffin. So go ahead.
Well, the coffin was just creepy. She had herself filmed rubbing his hand in the coffin, right? No,
and kissing.
If you were doing that for a keepsake to put in a box.
That's right.
Yeah, and then kissing his forehead. So why would you post that online?
I don't see any good reason
too much.
to post that online. That's exactly.
No,
it's disgusting.
No, and there's one picture of her hand and his hand, and you can see their Illuminati rings. Okay.
Wow.
So they were, whether they're Freemasons, I don't know. Maybe his dad's a Freemason, being that he helped build Trump Towers.
He probably is.
Imagine the chances of him being a Freemason are pretty funny, right?
Yeah.
Trump's a Freemason. So, I mean, anyway, aside from that, they both have Mason rings on, right? And I don't know if that was a funeral picture or a different picture. I can't remember now. I'm just going by memory. I have it somewhere. I'll try and dig that up. But yeah, so they both got Mason rings. So no, there's an element of this that's. But the Masons would not rescue him. Trump would. That's the difference.
Okay.
It's like JFK. They didn't rescue. No one rescued him. And he turned on them.
That's right.
Charlie did. So he threatened to smash the CIA into 1 million pieces a couple of days before he died. So
that's right.
Yeah, there's a lot of reasons why you die. You never announce what you're going to do. Then you talk about it.
Yeah.
All these people online are all these people who've been outing pedophiles, like Paul Walker, all these people, Anne Hesh. There's tons of them, right? Michael Jackson, all these people.
Yes.
Because they announced what they were going to do before they did it. Coolio was another one. So, I mean, don't announce fuck all. Don't tell them. Do it. And then tell them.
That's right.
Are people stupid or what?
When you say Julio, do you mean Julio Iglesias or who?
Getting into something
I asked you when you said.
Oh, Coolio. Coolio.
Oh, sorry, Coolio.
The guy, the rapper, Coolio.
I remember. Okay.
And he's a black. He around that time Diddy got busted. He was outing the whole music industry, right? He said, I don't care if you guys, want to hate me or do whatever, but I'm telling the truth. So he came out a couple episodes in, they killed him. You don't announce what you're doing. You film a series and you throw it all online at one time. Then you say, fuck you, motherfuckers. Because that way you get your mission accomplished.
That's right.
Before you die.
That's right.
Now, a lot of these people died. We never got to see their stuff. Look at the guy that made The Gray State, the movie The Gray State. Him and his wife and child were hacked up and killed, and terrible things were done to them. All because he made a movie exposing the NWO. It was called The Gray State.
They were hacked up.
I have the trailer. It's a 2-hour trailer.
Oh yeah. The husband, the husband and wife.
The movie director and his wife and the daughter. Yeah. I think they had a 12 or 13-year-old daughter. She was also hacked up.
I didn't know they were hacked. I knew they died, but oh my God.
Yeah, they died. And their bodies were all hacked the fuck up. That was a message.
Did they catch the killers? Yeah, they didn't catch the killers?
No. They never will. No, they never will. They didn't catch the killers of Mike Cooper or anyone else either.
Jeez.
So, no, it's like I said, don't announce shit. Do it, then talk about it.
That's right.
Because we never got to see all their evidence. We never got to see all the shit.
That's right.
Right? And the only things coming out like fluff. Like they had a movie released not long ago. Jim Caviezel was in it. Anyway, I can't remember what it was called now. But it was about the pedophilia and about child trafficking and stuff. And basically that was a fluff movie. It was funded by a guy who does child trafficking in Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
Like, everything's so fucking corrupted. Like, I'm trying to find anything that's fucking honest and sacred, right?
It's hard.
You can't.
Yeah.
Except Ellie's place.
That's right.
So corrupted. And I'm losing faith in humanity here. Like,
I did find it in. Yeah, I did.
On that humanity's okay.
I did find it interesting, Ellie, sidetracked for a moment but back to Kirk. People in the States, I hope they don't get mad at me, but I think North Point is a prestigious school, and I should have looked into it, but Dr. Shiva brought up that Kirk claimed that he didn't get into North Point because I think Dr. Shiva said in so many words that he claimed that it was like, almost like Kirk was playing the race card. Oh, they're only, taking in so many blacks instead of whites and stuff. When in fact, he didn't get into North Point because he didn't play sports. Kirk was like, I guess, a nerd. And, but, again, nobody's perfect. Maybe it was a lie. Maybe it wasn't. I don't know Kirk well enough to know the whole story, but, it's just, it's tragic if he was really assassinated, but I will go with Ellie's theory that it sure as hell, and I agree, it looked staged. It was a PSYOP. He's most likely alive. He's out the back door like an Epstein. Ellie is nodding. And that's probably the real reality, folks. Ellie's not going to buy into the brainwashing mind control and this obvious, hideous PSYOP that with like 3 or 4 gunmen and then all this craziness and no blood out the back. I mean, I'm on your side. Ellie's frozen again on me. Stage any moment. There she is. Somebody is playing games with us, it looks like. Or maybe it's just... Pardon? I can hear and see you. Oh, no, you're frozen again. So weird. Oh, no, I saw her.
They're trying to shut us down, man.
Now I hear you. Really? Is this censorship at 101?
Oh, yeah, big time. Yeah.
Wow. That blows my mind.
I should be. That's okay.
Yeah, that's okay. Jeez.
Oh, this video is going to be an editing nightmare. Holy fuck.
Sorry.
What we'll do next time, Jason, is we'll just we'll do all this on video first, and then I'll just put it out as a live.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Because of the fuckery.
This is insane. Well, and I'm not okay with that. So what we'll do is we'll end this, and then we'll tomorrow maybe we'll do a video.
Great.
Hello.
I'm here.
Jason. There he is. Yeah, so tomorrow we'll do it
I'll look forward to it. I'd like to do that for sure. Look forward to seeing you and talking with you again, Ellie, and your audience on this assassination attempt, possibly, but it never happened.
My eyes are... Okay.
Goodbye, everybody.
Well, folks, they don't want us talking about this, so I may as well end this stream. But understand this. I will not video. I'll do it by video. But I don't understand why we're having problems. It's a fucking sunny day. The sky's clear. Through and through. I went through this on YouTube. I went through this on other platforms as well. So I don't... Anyway. So I'm going to end the stream. I want to thank everybody who joined us. I see some people off comments. Hey, Faye. Satellite feed's not working. Yeah, that's because they're probably blocked by a cloud. A cloud of metal, aluminum shit they've been spraying. But anyway, so I want to apologize for having to remove Jason, but he was blocked. And I just figured we may as well end this stream. I'll re-edit it and throw some stuff in it for you. But this is crazy. You can't. So we'll just do it on video next time. Release it as a pre-recorded stream. We'll do this a new thing. We'll break new ground. Gosh darn it. Anyway, I got to go cook dinner anyway. So, I want to bid you all a good day. Thank you for joining us. And, believe half of what you see and none of what you hear in this world. Because nothing is as it should be. And it's annoying because I kind of like shit to be the way I'm told it is. I don't like being jerked off. I don't like having my fucking eyes bindered or whatever, band. You know what I mean. So, I'm going to sign off. This is Ellie's Place. While I still have some video here. Have a great day. Enjoy the sunshine. We'll chat soon.